Though the packaging sure looks like it's going to be available soon. Hey guys, it's Morgan coming back to you with another tech video. Sadly, it's another video of a thing that you can't buy yet, but we are going to film the install of the ProLock 360 on this Yermosi wheel. Really excited. Sorry that, yeah, you can't buy them yet, but I want to get this video out so that when they are available, you use my video to install it because that helps the channel and all that good stuff. Also, you guys can see what it looks like, how it goes, and make a decision as to whether or not it's even something you want to do. So we've got this Yermosi wheel for the WR. I've got an IRC VX40 we're going to put on there. We're going to be using their 5150 Moose in it. And yeah, it's really straightforward, guys. It's super, super easy. It's not nearly as technical as a lot of people probably think it is, or as a lot of people will take it. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I've done it on 4 wheels now, and it's always worked great. So first of all, you got to grab a drill. Where's my drill? Big shout out to OmniWall and this cart. I freaking love this cart. Thing is crazy, burly, durable, strong. The wheels all pivot so you can kind of crab walk it and go. Anyway, it's awesome. Get that out of the way. Here are our ProLocks. This looks like it's how it's maybe gonna be. Maybe, look at that, it's got installation structure. We might be closer to getting this than I think. All right, yeah, these are changing and they're getting different. So, yeah, that's good to know. So here's the thing. So drill 7/16 hole or 10 millimeter hole. Start an existing rim lock hole. So that's for this guy. And then after that, we're doing 5/16 or 8 millimeter holes for all the rest of this. So I'm sure someone's gonna want to read this, and anyway, whatever. Let me go grab some drill bits. So, 7/16 hole is that dude. And we're going into one of the original rim lock holes. So we'll come over here. This is the rim lock hole. I'm gonna drill it. All right, guys. So next we're gonna do the 5/16. Let me grab that. There we go. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna come over here and you're gonna go every 4 spokes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and bam. Right there. So it's every 4 spokes, and I'll show you the way I kind of like to do it is I set that in there, and then I take the next one and I see about where I go. Okay, yeah, that's 4 spokes, right where I thought. So we're gonna go every 4 spokes. It says to take a center punch and you don't need to do that. If you want to do that, that's fine. That's great. But the reason they're sending us, or the reason they're telling us to drill with the 5/16 and that's 8 mil instead of a 6 mil, which is the size of this, is that so there can be some wiggle room. That's why they're doing it. So you don't have to be super precise. So what I do, get right in there, center it up left to right. Get it in between the spokes as good as you do, as good as you want. And then we're just gonna go to town. And we're gonna do 4 more spokes, and we're just gonna go all the way around. It is not super critical to get it perfectly in the middle of anything. All right. Now, guys, it's important to get all this off of here because Those little metal shavings will tear this stuff up. So you want to get that all off. And I just use a little bit of cleaner. Make sure everything's nice and dry. Now, the instructions, I don't know if it says it or not, but I know that Jeff, the owner of New Tech, was having me at one point put tape on here. You definitely don't need to, and I don't actually like to. So I'm not doing it. I like to run it just like it is. There's our bigger hole. Comes with all the nuts and stuff that you need. We're just gonna put this on here nice and loose. Just get them on. Don't have to tighten them down at all. Now, obviously, if you want to follow the instructions and get super crazy on lining these all up, you absolutely can. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just telling you right now, it will take you a lot longer, and you don't have to. That's it on the install of the actual, to get it on the wheel. That's all you have to do. You're done with that. Now, to install it on a tire is another whole thing. One second. Okay, so this tire has obviously had a moose in it. It's a long story. Testing some stuff also for Jeff from New Tech on this. But, so anyway, moose lube. Take our 5150 moose. Shove it in there. Yep. Okay. Got our moose in there. Now we're going to take our wheel, and so before we put a wheel in there, take some more moose lube. We're gonna really lube up the inside, this right in here of the tire, so that when this pulls down, it doesn't bind on it and pull it down in the center, but it pushes it out. And yeah, there's a lot of lube going on here. Lubrication is always your friend, guys. Now, if you've ever mounted tubeless, this is just like that. Let's see. Gotta grab a couple tire irons here. So, you're taking this and you're putting it inside the wheel. And yeah, you can, if you have the tubeless set up, they have the little kind of guide to hold it on the back. I just do it with my foot like that. With a tire that's already been run, it's a little bit easier. Also, the 5150 Moose kind of helps open up the tire, which is kind of nice. So there we go. Now it's in. Now we're gonna bring it over here. And we're just gonna mount it, guys, just like a normal tire. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure you're getting the bead in between those rim locks, those ProLocks, and the rim. And we're gonna do one side, then the other side. Obviously, like I said, this one's gonna be a little easier. This tire's already been run. New tire, a little bit tougher, but not bad. Now we flip it over. Again, the biggest thing you're doing is making sure that the bead of the tire is between those ProLocks and the rim. Like all things, you gotta make sure it drops down in the drop center over here. There we go. There we go. Now, right now guys, we're just gonna take 10 mil and we're gonna go around and we're gonna tighten up all these ProLocks. And you can do, like I said, by hand like I'm doing right now until you get to a certain point. And yes, this is tedious. 100% this is tedious. 100% I'd rather have just moose balls in here right now or a moose of some sort because I'd be done and we'd be going riding. But this system is really cool and does different things than just a moose as far as traction and stuff like that. So it's worth it if that's what you're looking for. Now, this is not for everybody by any means. Like, honestly, normal trail rider, whatever, this is a lot, right, to deal with every time you change a tire. Obviously, you're done drilling holes with anything. But, you know, you're doing a lot to it. So it's a whole thing. So I don't think this is going to be for everybody, but I do think for the people looking for the ultimate traction, definitely hard enduro guys. We're gonna see about high speed stuff because I've been told that it actually works pretty good in the high speed world too, and that's what we're kind of testing with this wheel, putting on the WR. But I can say from experience, it's really good in the creepy crawly stuff because it holds this sidewall. Since it's pushed out all the way around, it's really making the sidewall really stiff. And then when you run 0 PSI, and some people are even taking the valve core out of the valve stem one and just letting it, you know, breathe. People are saying even at speed it's really good, but what it does is it allows the crown to flex, but it keeps this nice and stiff and really allows you to turn hard still, but get that traction. So be back in here, let the time lapse go here for a little bit. In the instructions, it says, let's see, you saw me go around. I just tighten them up. And now this thing says, you want to snug them all down, then just work your way around, tighten these about 4 turns at a time, go around, and then you want to end up at 7 to 8 foot-pounds of torque. Now that is true. Now, when we were testing this thing, I figured out that if you go to 7 to 8 foot-pounds and then you put air in it and then you go back and check, they'll all be a little bit loose because the air is pushing down on the thing, right? So then you go back and tighten them down. So what I do, I just go, I didn't use a torque wrench on these. I've done enough of them now that I just get them tight to what a probably between 8 and 10 foot-pounds. I could go get a torque wrench and check them all. I get them to, like I said, between 8 and 10 foot-pounds, and that's good because I'm not putting air in it. I'm not trying to keep it airtight. Now, if you're trying to keep it airtight, you probably want to be a little bit more particular about this because it will matter if you get a little bit of a leak or something like that. And that's where we figured out when we put air in it and pushed on it. If you didn't go and re-torque them after that and went for a ride, you'd actually get a leak. Like the tire would roll, it would leak out, not real fast, but you'd slowly end up getting a flat. So we figured that out by going back and checking them afterwards, and the torque would always be a little bit low. Since I'm not putting air in it, I'm not really too worried about it. I'm mainly worried about it acting like a bead lock, pushing that bead all the way out against the edges so that it will hold up and create that really stiff sidewall and then give me the crown flex that I want. So anyway, that's that, guys. Let's see. There's lots of things on here, benefits of it, all that good stuff. I don't need to go into it. I like them, they work. Lots of traction, really good feel on the back. We're gonna find out how it does at high speed now because I've never used it. Really, really high speed. I do have it on the Fantic and I went pretty hard on that thing, but I never raced it with that on there. So we're gonna race this bike really hard and beat on it and see how it does. I like it, guys. I think it's a really cool option. I have no idea how much they're gonna cost. I really don't know when the timeline is, although the packaging sure looks like it's going to be available soon. I really hope it is. I really think it's cool, really, really cool. Make sure you stay tuned because I will announce when we have it, and I will be selling it at the shop. I do like it enough that I'm going to have at least 1 or 2 sets at the shop for sale for people. I like it that much. So I'm excited, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you on the next one.